What's up, guys? I just got done the Afoqt. I am currently active duty. I'm trying to do one of the commissioning programs. I do not have my bachelor's. Didn't go do that route. Came into the military first, and now I'm going trying to go the officer route. So basically, I'm not. I personally, I'm not trying to do the pilot, the navigator, any of those rated positions. That's not me. I personally want to jump out of the planes. I don't want to fly them. So I'm going towards the special tactics officer, the STOs or the crows, whatever you have you. I'm formerly, it's actually a pararescue washout before I got forced or reclassed to maintenance. So yeah, but basically my thoughts on the AFOQT. It's uh, it's not as hard, I want to say, as you would expect. That's not the problem at all. It's the time limits. I'm gonna work out, so don't mind while I drink this. But yeah, so it's definitely the time limits. Um, the arithmetic reasoning, that was probably the hardest part for me, at least. There was what 14 of us in class today, or doing the test, and out of the 14 of us, I don't think any of us actually finished. I know I personally had like three questions that I had to just bubble in when our proctor said I had a minute left because, as y'all know, or if you don't know this yet, wrong answers do not count against you, so you can just bubble your to your heart's content. But yeah, so that was my downfall, I guess you can say. My areas to improve, I shouldn't say downfall. The synonyms, the verbal analogies, pretty easy. I'm gonna assume. Um, the only thing is, it's impossible to guarantee or like even predict what's going to be on there because vocabulary literally means every word in that language. So yeah, good luck with that. There's some words you're going to be in there and you just be like, dude, what the heck, man? Like, are you serious right now? Who came up with this? But you press on, move through it, and expect the worst, hope for the best. So that being said, you move on to the general mathematics or the mathematic knowledge, whatever you want to call it. Pretty easy. I actually banged it out real quick. I had like 4 or 5 minutes extra left. And I was just kind of chilling, just because that was like I almost want to say like mid high school level stuff, and maybe a couple questions like freshman college. Oh, by the way, I did 2 years college prior to coming into the Air Force. Yeah, that's a different story. Just for a reason, that's why I came in. Um, so yeah, uh, that was pretty simple for me. Other people I know struggled with that. Um, Move on to the flight composition stuff. Um, the gauges and the instruments and everything. Pretty easy. Like I said, I'm a crew chief though right now, active duty. Um, so basically, I knew most of that stuff as for the components and what the different indicators meant, some of the acronyms, but some of the questions like you're not going to know unless you've actually flown a plane, and not just like you know your your heavies or your fighters. Once you guys come in, or if you're already in, you'll know. But like your little privately owned planes too. Those are in there. And then another thing is what was the other thing? Yeah, yeah, that was that. That was the rest of that, I think. But then another thing was the instruments, where you have to say whatever, if it's diving, climbing, turning, rolling, whatever, pitching, yawing. Pretty easy. I banged those out real quick. Like I said, I already have experience with that kind of stuff, so kind of expected that. General science, pretty simple. Not really simple. If you're a chemistry person, like you're gonna do pretty well because at least on mine, chemistry is like a main topic for some reason, and yeah, it was rough, kind of, sort of, just that part. A lot of them though were like, what's the largest planet in the our galaxy? Pretty simple. That's Jupiter, by the way, if you didn't know that. But yeah. So then from there we go over to the blocks, the charts, and the hidden figures. The blocks, really easy. They gave you more than time on that. If you find yourself struggling on that for 13 minutes, I think it was, for 15 questions, might want to reevaluate some things. That was pretty easy. The chart, that one was actually I know in a lot of the books, like this one right here, they give you a lot of charts, different examples, but the main one that we got was just the freaking fat chart and find it, and it probably had like 1,000 numbers on there. I know time went way too fast on that, but at the end of it, I probably guessed on like 5 or 6 because you just had to freaking go. Minute left, you book it. When the proctor says a minute left, don't stall, don't wait. Don't try and finish your last problem. Bubble the rest of your questions and go. Because I guarantee you, if you don't bubble in, you're gonna be kicking yourself because you're gonna. Those are automatically missed compared to having a 25% chance of hitting. And then hidden figures was a lot easier than expected. A lot of people don't realize like when you get the figure, it's going to be in that exact same position, that exact same size in there. And I think people really overthink that. I don't think it's that bad, but yeah, so that's what that is. And then, yeah, and then you have your personality assessment, whatever. That's kind of a joke, but I'm sure kind of factors in somehow to getting selected for OTS or ROTC or whatever you're trying to go for. But yeah, that brings me to my next point. The Afoqt, it is it's a good test. You know, the Air Force looks at that. They look at your scores, and yeah, that has a huge factor. You know, big thing to determine what's going to happen with you, what career field, or the case of if you get accepted, if you don't get accepted. But at the same time, that's one aspect. There are so many more aspects to becoming an officer in the Air Force. PFT, personal fitness test. A lot of people, you can be smart as heck, but you can't do above 90% on your PFT. Kick rocks because it's competitive. They look at that whole person concept. I know me personally. I got a 96% on my PT score. Afoqt, we'll see what happens with that. I should find out in a few days. Volunteer work, honor grad. These are some of my accomplishments. Habitat for Humanity, Wildlife Reserve, volunteer hours, Vets Home volunteer, Commander's recommendation, Colonel's recommendations. Just there's so many things that you need to do. It's not just take a test, run. You have to do so much outside of the box to show that you're worth the time. You're exactly what the Air Force wants, and a lot of people don't know that, and it kind of gets factored in. But other than that, just best of luck to everyone out there who's going to take this. If you have any questions, shoot me a message, comment, whatever you need to do, and yeah, best of luck to everyone. And I'll post what my scores were here the next week. And like I said, if you have any questions, do that. Have a good day. As soon as this thing works.